Okay, ladies, we are going to just practice solving equations since some of you didn't have the notes filled out. And I just think it's great to be very fluent with how to solve equations and such, okay? So some of you might be like, oh, this stuff's so easy, and it is, but sometimes it gets to more difficult ones. So what we need to do here first in this equation is we need to distribute both of these. So that -4 needs to be distributed inside. So we have 3 times 2a, that's 6a. 3 times 3, positive 3 is 9. And then -4 times -3a is -12a. -4 times -6 is positive 24. And then it equals 15. So I'm solving for a, essentially, right? So I need to then combine like terms. So I know this and this are alike. So that's 6a minus 12a. That's -6a. And then I have this guy and this guy. So it's positive 9 plus 24. That's going to be plus 33. And then we have is equal to 15. My next step would be to subtract 33. 15 minus 33 is -18. And I drop the -6a down. I have -6 divided by -6. So a is equal to 3. All right, let's keep moving along. Try this one. Variables are now on both sides. Distribute. Again, there's a negative there. So I'm just going to copy the left-hand side. -8 times -2 is, I was about to write 24. 16 x. -8 times +6 is -48. So we can do this one of two ways. We can move this x over to here, or we can move it over to this x over to this way. It's whatever is most comfortable for you. So what I prefer to do is keep all positive numbers of x. Okay, so that goes away right there, and then we have 16x plus x, which is 17x. And then I have plus 48 on this side. That's going to be 17. So yes, you can do all of this in one step if you wanted to, and then divide by 17. Not all of it in one step, but you know what I mean. The adding and subtracting of either the constant or the variable. So x is equal to 1. All right. Distribution on both sides and variables on both sides. So let's distribute this -4 first. That 6 just gets tagged along. Distribute the 2. Oops, I'll color code this. These are like terms. So we would need to do -8 minus 6, which is -14. and then drop down the 8k is equal to, and then we have, I put a 1 there, didn't I? That should be a 2. Grr, that stuff makes me mad. Okay, and then 12k minus 2 just gets dropped down there. Now let's combine like terms. So I'm, again, going to move this 8 over here. Okay? And what can I do? Boom, boom. I can. All right. Minus 8k minus 8k. And this is what I mean by you can do this one step. So, like, now I can also add the 2, add the 2. So this goes away here. Oh, I had that on the right. And then this goes away here. And what I'm left over with is negative 14 plus 2 is negative 12. And then I have 12 minus 8k. That's 4k. And then last step would be to divide by 4. So k is equal to negative 3. Oh, look at this one. I have this little fraction thing. So when we see something like with multiplication or division, we need to add or subtract away from the variable to start. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 4 from here. And then I'm left with, the k over 3. K divided by 3 is equal to negative 20. Then because k is being divided by 3, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So this goes away here, and I'm left with k is equal to negative 60. Not so bad, right? All right, so when I said add or subtract away from the decimal or variable first, this is a different case. I have the variable on top being subtracted from another number, so I need to get everything away from the numerator to start off. So that means I'm going to multiply both sides by essentially 3 over 1, right? So I'm left with 22 minus x is equal to 21. And then I'd subtract the 22. And I still got to drop down this negative with the x. And I have negative 1. And my last step would be to divide out that negative to get x is equal to positive 1. So I'm going to, on the other side, show you that you could do it a different way. Well, you could have 22 minus x is equal to 21. And you can add this x over to here and subtract the 21. So that goes away there. This becomes 1. That goes away. And we have x over here. So that just avoids having to divide out by the negative first or last. So again, it's just changing, moving the negative x over to the other side to make it positive. All right, I think this is, oh, yeah, we got a couple more down there. This is the last of solving just regular equations. Okay, so now we have a combination of what we had before. This is what we had in the previous problem. But I have this 7 here. So I must get rid of that 7 first, right? So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. And I'm left with 6 plus z over negative 2 is equal to 6. Then, just like we did in the last problem, I'm going to multiply both sides by a negative 2. Oh, that just doesn't look good. Negative 2. Negative 2. And I have 6 plus z is equal to negative 12. And then last step, subtract the 6. Z is equal to negative 18. Okay? So the next ones we're going to do, one of them is from the day 2 notes. Yeah, this one was from the day 2 notes, excuse me. And I didn't, it basically, okay. But we're going to start with these first. Solve the equation or formula for the specific variable. So we need to solve this equation for m. So I'm going to go ahead and just write it out again. E is equal to mc squared. So I need to get m by itself. So I need to get rid of this, the c squared. So how do I do that? Is I will divide. I should really add some different colors here. Some like that added not the right color. Anyhow, so I need to divide out c squared. So m is equal to e over c squared. So the reason this is nice is because we can basically solve for m if I need to just find m instead of plugging in values and then solving for that variable. All right, next one. 8r minus 5q is equal to 3. So again, I'm going to write it out first. Just rewrite it because it's scrunched in there. Okay, so I need to, it's probably nice to circle what I need to solve for or box it in. Okay, so I need to add or subtract away from this first. So I'm going to subtract the 8r. Negative 5 is being multiplied to that q, right? So subtract the 8r. So this goes away. I'm left with negative 5q is equal to 3 minus 8r. And then the last step would be, again, I need to get q by itself. So because that negative 5 is being multiplied to it, I'm going to divide by negative 5. Okay, so this goes away and I'm left with q is equal to 3 minus 8r all over negative 5. And that will work to be accepted. Okay? So this is day 2 notes, this problem where I need to solve for the height. So I'm going to do the same thing as I'm going to box in what I want to solve for. And looks like I'm going to have to rewrite this because it's being a little funny. So surface area is equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay, and I'll use this fun gold that we need to solve for this. So add or subtract away first. So it looks like I'm going to subtract the 2 pi r squared. Again, because this is all being multiplied to that, right? 2 pi r right there is being multiplied together. All right. And I'm left with, go back to this color, surface area. Oh, and what did I not do? I didn't do it to the other side. Minus 2 pi r squared goes away there. And then I have surface area minus 2 pi r squared is equal to 2 pi r h. Okay, and again, I need to solve for h. So those things are all being multiplied together. So I'm going to divide by, it's not a good color to use. I'm just kind of experimenting. Divide by 2 pi r. And then that cancels out. And I'm left with the height is equal to surface area minus 2 pi r squared all over 2 pi r. And no, do not try to cancel out 2 pi r. Do not do that. And that'll be it. Okay, I think I'm going to give you a small bit of homework that you'll be able to work in class on. Basically just solving equations and solving formulas. Okay.